South Orange Maplewood School District, the Township of Maplewood, and the Township of South Orange Village are not responsible for the content or the views and opinions expressed in the following program.
Hello, New Jersey!
Guess what? Guess what? You're about to watch the Tyro Show. Guess what? Guess what? You're about to watch the Tyro Show. Guess what? Guess what? You're about to watch the Tyro Show. Guess what? Guess what? You're about to watch the Tyro Show. Guess what? Guess what? You're about to watch the Tyro Show. Guess what? Guess what? You're about to watch the Tyro Show.
Amazingly, beautifully, commonly we sing. We sing the song like Luther Vandross. Oh yes, Luther. Don't you remember you told me I am free? We are free. Amazingly, beautifully, commonly represented by the masses, taking classes, thinking we're proactive, all to find out we're passive. You say, trust me, believe me. I say, evolve with me. I got a theory, it doesn't involve relativity. I'm no Einstein, but I am designed to tighten, brighten, heighten, for goodness sake, enlighten your mind. I am a poetical genius. Amazingly it happened, beautifully written, commonly bitten. Damn, Eve, why did you do that? This is serious, mysterious. We have become delirious to think that you and I are exempt. Politically stated, socially castrated, sexually frustrated, should have anticipated. You will fail, you will not prevail. Do tell others. Now go take your test. Class over. Amazingly positive, beautifully negative, commonly progressive, amazingly, beautifully, commonly. Hello, my name is Tybro, and thank you for watching the Tybro Show, where every subject is welcome, but the arts reign supreme. That's right, gotta have love for the arts. Believe when I say, I am so excited to be here and to host my very own talk show. This is my first talk show, and I cannot thank SOMATV enough for giving me the opportunity. Now, other than good health, of course, there are three major things I want in life. Two have come true. Yeah, I am an actor, and now a talk show host. I am definitely blessed, and I thank you for your support. Oh, the other major thing I want in life is to buy my grandmother a house. I love her so much. Words can't even describe. She's stuck in her ways, but I wouldn't be the person I am today if it wasn't for her. So, thank you, Grandma. Well, with this being the first episode, I wanted to have a special guest. We've known each other for almost 10 years now. I'm proud to call him a coworker in the acting business, and even prouder to call him a friend. Not only is he a good, solid actor, he's a crazy vocalist, got a crazy actor resume, and now a director. Just to name a few. Please welcome Andre. Good to have you here. Thank you for coming. Welcome to the show.
Thank you for having me. I'm honored to be first guest on the Ty Bro
Well,
Show.
I'm honored to have you, and I appreciate you being here, man.
Not a problem.
Now, you're originally from Newark, right?
Mm-hmm.
I was born and raised there too. Recently, the FBI released the 2014 most dangerous cities in America list, and Newark made number 8. Camden is on the list too. What's going on with Newark?
I would say the broken family syndrome is probably the biggest problem if you're referring to the crime. Unfortunate to say, but a lot of people are being raised by single parents, and not that they can't do a good job, but you know, the structure of the family is the mother and the father. A lot of the mothers now are 15, 16 years old, so they have no life experiences to pass down to the kids, so they're growing up together. And because of that, the family is broken, and I think that has a lot to do with what is going on in that city right now.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I think a lot of it stems from home. A lot of the parents aren't doing what they're supposed to do. They aren't raising their kids properly. I see every night when I'm going to work, I see kids hanging out. You know, they're 13, 14 years old, 15 years old. They're hanging out late at night, and I don't think you should hang out, not just Newark, in any city at that time of the night. You know, whether you're 14, 15, 16, it's just a lot of things happening in Newark, and you know, people getting killed and robbed. And as a parent, why would you let your child hang out on the streets like that? You know, I don't understand that. So I definitely agree.
Yeah.
Newark is my hometown. I know Newark. I was born and raised there. I love Newark, but we got a lot of changing to do.
Oh yeah, me as well. And I'm also a product of a single family home, but my mom had a lot of help, which made all of the difference. There was a village around me that helped to raise me, and I attribute that to, you know, why I stayed on the straight and narrow as opposed to going the opposite way.
Right, right. Well, I definitely agree with what you're saying, you know, and having been, you know, being from Newark, it's definitely hits home, and it means a lot to my heart that a city, you know, like Newark is going through what it's going through, and nothing is being done about it. It's getting worse and worse as the years go on. So we definitely need to make a change with Newark, stop the violence. Parents, do what you got to do. Start raising your kids properly. Stress education. Education is key. Often, when you lack education, it's been proven that violence and crime and those type of things are as a result of not having an education. So let's stress education. Let's open up the schools back in Newark. Let's get it right. Now, you graduated from King University.
KU. Yep.
Yeah, so for my potential college-bound seniors or people who would, someone would like to go to King, tell them what King was like.
Well, for me, I was a commuter student for the first couple of years. It just gave you a sense of independence, and it kind of helped me figure out what I wanted to do in life. Honestly, I would probably say by my sophomore year, I figured out that I didn't want college, but since I was there, I was going into my junior year, I figured I might as well finish since I put this work in it already. But it allows you to think on your own. You don't have your parents guiding every decision, and it really helps you, and it just leads you into what you may want to do in the future. I've made some friendships also from King University that, we're still friends today. So lifelong friendships, careers, what else? Just independence in general. I became a man, or started to grow into a man at King University.
Right. Definitely college would do that to you.
Yeah.
It makes a man, on top of all the fun and, all the study and all
Had a lot of that too.
Let's not go there. I had a lot of fun too in my days. So a college like King, I know that when I went to Rutgers University, shout out to Livingston campus. I know that having a good guidance counselor was key to my success at Rutgers. I had a few, but I ultimately ended up with the beautiful Lisa San and Jules. Shout out to you too. I ended up with her, and she was such a great guidance counselor, and it helped me get through college. How was your guidance counselor at King?
Honestly, I didn't use my guidance counselor at all.
Oh.
At all.
And you were able to get through just fine?
Yeah. Like I said, I realized while I was in college that what I wanted to do was the arts. I wanted to act. I wanted to sing. And, you know, I pretty much picked classes that would kind of help me with that. I got my degree in broadcast communications just so I could be close to it just in case I didn't. But I knew pretty early in college that I was just there to get a degree just to have a backup plan just in case.
Right.
Yeah.
Most definitely. Now, you are a Kappa. Shout out to Kappa. Yeah, I have to shout out Kappa. They gave me a scholarship when I first went to college, so I appreciate that, Kappa. Now, you're a Kappa. How has being a Kappa made a difference in your life?
Well, I became a Kappa a little bit later in life. They were actually banded on the yard when I was at King. But Kappa for me, it was really the outreach. A lot of the values that Kappa Alpha Psi that they embody were things that I already lived by. So the outreach, especially the reaching back to the kids in Kappa, we call it the Playwright program. That was really close to me. So that's the main reason that I was attracted to the organization.
Okay.
And it helps me to just continue to do what I'm already doing, which is reaching out to kids. It gives you a broader spectrum, I would say.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will leave it there.
Okay.
I will leave it there.
No, that's a good answer. But, you know, thank you for that. For people who may be potentially in, you know, being a Kappa. So that's definitely a good organization. Look into it. So enough about the intellectual stuff. I know. I just wanted to get, you know, see how your mind works.
Pick my brain a
Let
little
my
bit.
viewers see how
No
it works. He's a smart man right here. Not only is he talented, he's a smart man, as you can see. So let's talk about your singing first.
Okay.
Your singing is deeply rooted in the church.
Yeah.
Am I right? You have
Absolutely.
a strong church background.
Mm-hmm.
Do you tell us about that?
Sure. Well, what I will say is that I grew up in the church. Didn't always want to be a singer, though. My grandmother, I have to credit her as the person that God used to start me singing when I was younger. Didn't really pay it a lot of attention, to be honest. And I really didn't fall in love with it, I would say, until college. From there, while I was in high school, after I graduated from Kane, I did a lot of work, of course, with the church, you know, singing in the choir and things like that. And actually the first tour that I ever went on was with the Glory Gospel Singers in Germany. So gospel music was the route before I started to venture out into R&B. Morning Star Community Christian Center in Linden, New Jersey, that was the church where I really started to hone in on my talents. There are some amazing singers there. It almost felt like I was at a concert every week going to church. That's just how amazing the singers were there, or are there, I should say, because Diane Pope is still there, Kelly Downing is still there. Those people that I kind of drew some inspiration from. So yeah, heavily rooted in the church.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, I definitely see that you know you have a strong church influence. I can hear it in your singing. So definitely that's a good thing. It's been shown that people who have a background in church, they definitely have a good soulful voice, and that you have.
Thanks.
Now, I would like for you to give my viewers a little something vocally.
Okay.
You mind giving us a little something?
No, of course not.
Well, hold on. Not yet. I have to take a break.
You let me know.
But definitely, when we come back, you know, you can do your thing. Are you single?
I am single, actually.
Well, there you go, ladies. You don't want to miss this. We'll be right back.
The Typro Show.
Once you're hit by a train, this is the size of bag that we'll use to collect what's left of you on the tracks.
It was a horrible tragedy that could have been averted if we had just stayed off the tracks.
I don't want to have to be the one that has to go tell your parents that you're dead.
Make the right choice. Stay off the tracks. Local government, local educational institutions, and local community members all use cable access TV to communicate their message. They depend upon it as an affordable means of outreach. Public educational and government access television empowers local government agencies, individuals, and groups to use the media to speak directly to their constituents in a more direct and cost-effective way. Make sure everyone has a voice. Support your local PEG channels.
The Ty Bro Show.
Welcome back. I have the special guest Andre with me. Now, before the break, you said you would give my viewers a little something special vocally. You sang a song in a play called Poor Girl, Rich Girl. I heard it. It's a nice little song. Could you give us a little bit of that?
Sure, it's Donny Hathaway, More Than You'll Ever Know.
All right, take it away.
If I ever leave you, baby, you can say that I told you so. And if I ever hurt you, darling, you know I hurt myself as well. Is that any way for a man to carry on? Do you think that I want my loved one gone? Said I love you, baby, more than you'll ever know. No, 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 more than you ever know.
That's my boy. Man, you just killed that. You kill it every time. Damn, you talented, man. I wish I had your voice.
Sure.
I could do a little something. By the way, he actually recorded my show's jingle. Hold on, I wrote it.
Yeah, you wrote it.
Get it right.
You
Get
wrote
it right. I wrote it, but he recorded it. So, you know, thank you for that.
No
Appreciate
problem,
that. Now, we are talking about a woman in this play, right? What's your ideal woman like?
Oh, boy, good question. She has to be spiritual, has to be God-centered. You know, sexy on the outside never hurts. But along with that, her inside has to be beautiful. Like, we have to be able to laugh together. We have to be able to talk. That's important to me, man. Like, conversation is important. I have to be able to sit in a room with you and speak and just feel that energy from you. That's really important for me, man. Don't get me wrong, I love looks. I love beautiful women, but if you're beautiful on the outside and we can't relate on the inside, it just does nothing for me, man. So the most important thing is we have to be able to connect.
Right, right.
Yeah.
So I would say, what's the number one thing that a woman must possess? And I think I know the answer to this question because I know this man. But what's the number one thing a woman must be able to do for the relationship to work?
I'm going to keep it PG for your show. That's a hard one because there are a couple of number ones.
Oh, man, you disappointed me.
There are
I thought I knew the answer to this.
She has to have her own thing. She has to have her own thing going. I'm pretty busy. I try to keep myself as busy as possible, so I cannot have a clingy woman. Like, she has to have her own thing going. I would say that's at the top. That's at the top. There are a couple of things, though, but that's at the top.
I guess I'm wrong because I thought I could have sworn this man.
What were you going to say?
Was going to say she must be able to cook.
Well, that's
I don't know
something.
anybody else that's a skinny. Well, he ain't skinny, but you know what I mean.
I ain't skinny
that
no more.
eat as much as he eat. Every time I call his mug, he's eating.
Listen.
He's talking about cake, cookies, pies, pasta, macaroni and cheese, whatever. I love it. So I'm flabbergasted, I guess I
that's
should
up
say.
there.
That you didn't say she got to be able to cook.
No, you're not off. You're not off. That's at the top of the list. You have to be able to cook.
So are you single?
I am single.
Well, there you go, ladies. He's single. Get at him. But only if you can cook, right?
Only if you can cook.
Got to be able to cook, definitely. So I know you. You love to celebrate your birthday.
I do.
For those that don't know, this man celebrates his birthday at least 5 times a year.
I do.
Maybe even more.
Sometimes.
He'll celebrate his birthday 5 months later. But that's a good thing. You know, you live a life. I like that. You should. How many times you celebrated your birthday this year so far?
This year, let's see, I did 4. April, May, June, and July.
That's a shame.
It's the truth. It's the truth.
That's a shame. You don't need to celebrate your birthday that many times, man. But
you have
it's
the birthday, you have the anniversary of the birthday, you have the carnival of the birthday, you have the jubilee of the birthday, and then you have the closing festival of the birthday. I didn't do a closing festival.
So how many more you got left?
I'm done.
Oh, you done? Okay, that's a good thing. Now, Andre has recorded a few albums. Tell us about that.
Well, the first one I did, it was an R&B album. It was entitled A New Song. I was on an independent label, Easy Deuce Records, based out of Newark, New Jersey. And that was fun, man. It was my first album. I was really still learning how to sing at that point. So it was a little challenging because I never recorded in the studio before. I was literally learning as I went along. But while doing that album and on that label, man, I was blessed to be able to open up for like a who's who in R&B music. So that was a blessing.
Okay, so you got this single, What I Gotta Do?
Right.
Right. We actually have a video of it. We'll play that right now.
Okay.
Take a look.
Messed up with that other girl. Should've never let her in our world. And I realized what I did was wrong. But let me explain. Now hold on, there's no excuse for me to cheat. But you gotta know that I'm sorry, and I'm ready to make it up to you. Whatever I gotta do, don't you go. Stay with me, don't you walk away. Don't you leave, give me so much pressure, go right like you are. Force it forever and ever go where you are. Don't want you to go, no, no. To show you just how much I care. And I know I was such a fool. So tell me what can't even think about you leaving me. Girl, I can't go on. I need you to see that I've learned from what I've done. Cause when I see you cry, my heart yearns to take away the pain that I put on you. Give me one more chance, cause girl, we can make it through. Won't be easy, but nothing worth it is. Whatever I gotta give, don't want you to go. Don't know what I do, girl, if you walked away. Oh, don't you leave, give me so much pleasure. So much pleasure. Wanna spend forever and ever go. Everywhere you are, don't want you to go. Go, no. To show you just how much I care for you. And I know I was such a fool. So tell me what I gotta do. I really don't wanna lose you. Don't know what I would do. Near or far. Don't want you to go. What I gotta do to show just how much I care. I really do care for you. Such a fool.
Nice video, Andre.
Thank you.
You definitely did your thing. Nice, tight production.
Thank you.
Speaking of production, you recently had a production where you wrote your own play, you directed it, produced it, all that good stuff. Could you briefly tell us about that?
Sure. It's entitled Man of the House. It is the #1 urban stage play running right now. It's a dramedy, comedy and drama, more comedy than drama, and it's basically about a man who is trying to get his life together, keep his relationship on track while his woman is running the entire house. So that's where the conflict comes in. We run it now 7 times. Basically selling out every show so far, and we're working on some new dates now. So it was a blessing, man. I feel like I have an all-star cast. Tybro, you should have been in the play, but we won't talk about why you weren't.
Yeah, shout out to my job.
But no, I have some amazing talent. Steven Strickland, Pretty Ricky Fontaine, Kelly Downing, a lot of up and coming new talent that I found with this play as well. So yeah, it's a blessing, man. It's a blessing.
You had a successful run in West Orange, New Jersey,
Right.
and now you're about to take it to New York City. I definitely wish you success on that.
Thank you.
You've already been successful, so I'm proud of you, man, and
Thank you.
keep up the good work. And are there any other special projects you're working on?
Well, I'm actually working on an EP right now. It's entitled Shades of A, and it'll be, still trying to narrow it down, probably 5 to 6 songs though, and it's just different genres. It was really organic. If I felt it, we just went and recorded it. So, and it just happened to be a bunch of different feels. So I titled it Shades of A because it's different shades of Andre.
Okay, and how can our viewers contact you?
AllAboutAndre.com. Everything is All About Andre. If you remember All About Andre, you can find me anywhere. AllAboutAndre.com, on Facebook, /AllAboutAndre, Twitter, @AllAboutAndre, Instagram, @AllAboutAndre4, the number 4.
Okay, and I promised my viewers that I will always ask my guests this question. I just need a yes or no answer. We're running short on time. Anyone that knows me, I'm a vegetarian. I haven't eaten meat in I don't know how many years, so many years. And I do a number 2 often. I go to the bathroom like 4 to 5 times a day. But people often have a problem with doing a number 2 in public. I don't care. I go on the train, bus, you name it. Would you do a number 2 in the public restroom?
If I had to. I mean, I prefer to be in the comfort of my own home because there's something about the cushion on my toilet that really makes me feel at one, But if I have to, I will.
Well, yeah, I feel comfortable anywhere, just like I'm home. Well, today has been All About Andre. Thank you for coming on my show.
Man, I appreciate you for having me. I'm proud of you, man.
Thank you. I appreciate it too. Well, that's my show for today. I thank you for watching. I would also like to thank my special guest, Andre, for coming on. He's definitely doing big things. Watch out for him. Thank you to all who have helped make my first episode a success. I couldn't have done it without you. Thank you to my friends, family, co-workers, all that good stuff for your support. Most of all, thank you SOMATV for having me. Until next time, peace out.
The Typro Show. Guess what? The Typro Show. Guess what? The Typro Show. Guess what? The Typro Show. The Typro Show.
This has been a presentation of SOMATV.